Hello everybody and welcome back to Frostpunk. Last we left off, things weren't going wonderfully. They were going, just not the best. It is going to continuously be getting colder, which, makes sense for a game called Frostpunk. However, we're not really prepared for that. At all. We're going to go ahead and let it switch over so that we're clicking through this free time. The big hope is that we complete this keep homes warm objective before that 3-level temperature drop. As I don't think there is any way for us to get through that without having a lot of people get hurt. Speaking of, we have a lot of sick, and most of them are a good while away from getting treated. So I think it might be worth tomorrow building another infirmary. Because, as I've mentioned before, we have a lot of idle engineers and workers. Our big number one concern right now is coal and food. Which, steel is nice, but that's not super important right now. Not being able to cook new food is a problem. And we've got 13 hours of coal. When would people work? If I were to... We'll see. You should be able to work during the day hours. Scouts have arrived at the research station. Research station! The door of the research station has been bashed in. There are signs of fighting inside. Broken furniture, damaged scientific equipment, and splatters of blood. The last discovery. Inside the ransacked station, we find Tesla's audio diary. A voice speaks. All the observed changes, like the sun's dimming, volcanic ash could not have caused such cooling. But what if the huge quake of 1887 in Patagonia was an asteroid strike? There's shouting, crashes, and then silence. Numerous tracks lead from the door towards the mountains. Take the resources. And then the mountain hideout. Cave hideout. I see. Let's briefly go into check. How's our economy? We've got 23 vacant beds. Almost, it looks like everyone's housed in bunkhouses, which is nice. We currently don't have any deaths. Knock on wood. Hopefully we can keep that going. But it looks like people are still getting sick, which makes sense. We have a lot of homes that are cold right now. So, going and looking into our research, we got the outpost depot, and as much as I think hunting tactics would be a good idea, cookhouse insulation is probably going to be our next one, and then coal mining. Coal is definitely a sore point for us right now. And I would rather like to go and get what we can. Because the coal thumper, you have to have people working the thumper and picking up the coal. And with the mine, I think you just get the coal. Oh, we got 5 more people in... Oop. The cave. This cave is a hideout for some children who were evacuated from winter home. There are no adult survivors here. We should talk to the kids and take them to our city. We talked to the children in the hideout. They said that one night, their teachers and some hunters took them from winter home on a secret adventure. Teachers told them they're going to stay here for a while. when the food ran low, their guardians went back to get more and didn't return. It seems these kids were evacuated in time before things in their city got really ugly. Escort them to the city. I would love to catch that coal mine on the way back, but that's not how this game works. So we're just going to bring them back with a crap load of food rations and some wood, which will be nice. People are still getting sick over rather than not getting sick, which isn't great, but a note of thanks. A note was left for the doctor who performed the amputation on the frightened patient. It reads, "Thank you. I was in terrible pain and blinded by fear, and my choice would have doomed me. I may be without a limb now, but I'll live. It was the right thing to do. Hope will raise slightly." Speaking of hope, we're doing pretty all right with hope. I'm pretty proud of us. Even in like this desperate situation where we're struggling, people are still holding out hope, and I think that's really important. You know, you gotta be hopeful. Because if you're not, if you always expect the worst thing to happen, then the worst thing is bound to happen. But if you're like, you know what, I'm not sure it'll happen, but I believe that a good thing could happen. A good thing will happen. Eventually. It's bound to happen. Life advice with That a Gabe Gamer. We are getting close to work time, which will be nice. To get everything going. How cold are you? Moderate risk of falling ill. Okay. We really do need to get more infirmaries down. Because that 100 people who are sick is gonna come bite us in the ass. Holy, I just realized how much steel and steam cores they have. Goodness gracious. Whoa. Awesome. Work time. There we go. Cave hideout. We climbed up to the cave. A low stone wall stands across its entrance. Behind it we can see several men. A few tired men. As we approach the cave, its inhabitants pull out rifles and take positions behind the wall barring the entrance. They're in bad shape, weak from malnourishment and illness. Talk to them. Nothing like small talk. Seeing that we have no intentions, the Americans told us how they dealt justice to the inventor and expelled him from his city. We buried Tesla's battered body in the cave and are heading home with these poor wretches in tow. 35 workers. We are starting to make the food, which is nice. I would like to get the hothouse insulation, but I do think our biggest priority is going to be getting another infirmary up to get these guys through, to get all of our sick through, because, you know, 20 hours, days. When you got days and hours, and it's like, lots of people who are sick. Lots of people who are sick. Oh, we got, speaking of, again, hate to be wasteful with space, but I don't know what else we could fit in there. Like, there's nothing that small we could fit. We'll just get that road going out there. Heating. Really do just need a lot of insulation. Because once the temperature drops, these hothouses are basically going to be useless. We just don't have the way to keep them warm enough. How's that going? How's that going? So we're getting 8 steel an hour, which is good. And we're working through our food rations. We're at a decent speed. It's not fast, not slow. Outpost depot. That's a good thing to get. Actually, let's see. We could get... This is the one I want, that coal mine, because that's a coal outpost. And we, with how much we're hurting on coal, that's the thing I think we need the most. We've got about just under a day's worth right now. Max. There we go. It's not working as best it could, but it's doing. Let's get that cookhouse insulation going. I wish from this menu we could see how long each treatment's gonna take. They're several hours. I wonder if it sent all of the more injured people to the infirmary. A child's plea. Captain, we found a boy frozen to the bone in the cemetery next to a fresh grave. He must have been there for hours. He wanted you to call an emergency meeting. He says that if you agree, his mother will wake up to attend it. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. He must face reality. We are not quite living yet, but we're surviving. We are surviving. So if we go into the Book of Laws and we look kind of at what we could possibly do for different laws. There is one thing we could do, going through that tree, that we could do a sermon. I'll raise our hope a good bit. We're almost capped on rations. However, that's making me realize there's another issue in that we don't have enough storage space for rations or wood. So, as we near the end of this wood section, we'll have to put the sawmill over there. However, we are basically done with people who are hungry, which is nice. Why aren't you working? Storage limit reached. Ah, we do have an issue. Right now, I thought we were going to have a little bit longer. Oh, you would have fit that perfectly. However, that's not great help right now, is it? Where should we put our storage? I'm thinking away from the city center. Like, along one of our major thoroughfares. Well, this is our only major thoroughfare right now, and this will be again as well. But up here isn't probably a bad idea. And we'll get 2 building. And how are our... We're starting to work through the patients. We're about ready to finish work time. Actually, we have a bunch of... Just thought about it. We have a bunch of people showing up here in several hours. More sick beds needed. I will build a new infirmary. Because I can do that tomorrow. I'm gonna let it speed through. So we've got about 20 hours of coal left. I'm just gonna speed through the free time. Pick these. I'm gonna go food rations, and we're gonna go wood. That 3-level drop scares me. We don't have the coal output for that. Might be worth building another coal thumper. Oh. I do think that a mine would be better. Oh, they're gonna get here before... We might just have enough spots for the kids. We'll be just short on the spots for the kids. So there will be some homelessness for a little while. Which sucks, but we will have to deal with that. People abandoned the Londoners. Sweet. Honestly, I'm to the point where I almost think it's a good idea for them to leave. Because they're taking up... They would free up beds. Alright, we are... Alright, we'd have 11 homeless, which sucks. There we go. All of whom are children. So let's go over here. Oh, okay. Where would be a good place for houses? Let's go ahead and build this as a road. Cookhouse installation is done. We are going to get coal mining. You guys head out for the abandoned sawmill. Yeah, we've got a lot of sick. Coal mining, start working on that. With how this is going, producing 15.8 an hour. So we are getting the smallest bit of a surplus going. You guys have arrived. Go to the coal mine. I'm going to go ahead and make an outpost team. We're just going to have you sit for a little bit, though. Yes, we are out of wood again. Great, wonderful. Oh, actually, unironically great and wonderful. Build houses. Holy crest. We'll build a street back here. There we go. Boom. Build thy homes. Homes for every person. We got another book of laws we could do. And I'm not sure what I want to do. House of Pleasure seems like it might be an okay one. Since it lowers discontent. I'm not doing dueling laws. That will go extremely poorly. I do not want people to start dying left, right, and center. Emergency shift. It might be worth it getting. But I more would want extended shift, and that's just the stepping stone for it. Actually, I'm going to get ceremonial funerals preemptively. Because when this drops 3 levels, we're going to lose a lot of people. I predict us losing a good amount of people. Coal mining research. Sweet. Coal mine. Voila. Voila. And then if we go... What size is this? Is that a house size? That is just beyond a house size. Ooh, that's a little aggravating. Alright, we are going to actually have surplus housing again, which will be nice. I'm going to immediately get... Ooh. I'm going to immediately start working on mechanical calculators, though. And then I need to build an infirmary. Health, infirmary. Boom. This. And then, oh, over here, I'll do a this. And we can remove that road later if we want to. There should not be anyone who's hungry. We have about a day of food. How are our patients doing? 7 hours, 4 hours, 7 hours, 1 hour. 10, 15. Okay, so here soon, relatively. What's gonna suck is I'm going to have to turn all of the storage limit reached. Go out there. Oh, it's basically pointless, but this workday is about to finish. I'm not going to be able to sustain the coal I have at all. So I'm going to have to, as soon as these are up, I'm going to have to assign people to them and get a heat steam hub out here. So this one here goes out to about there. I'm trying to figure out what houses aren't covered by these. So if I put it there, it should cover all that I need it to cover. And then, yeah, we're not going to be able to prepare food or, like, anything once it drops. Healthcare promises fulfilled. Hope rises. 2 sick absences. Yeah, we're working on it. Promises fulfilled. Really glad. It's going to get really cold here in a second. We've got about a day of coal left. How much? So, we have a surplus of 108. I think 108, yeah. 118. Surplus. And these... So let's just go and turn these on, and we'll see what that does to our coal. Okay, so that makes it 380 a day with 604 consumption. Closed at this time of day, closed at that time of day. That great... Okay, with those 2 coal mines, I'm okay with keeping the steam hubs on. That makes it entirely worth it. We're gonna turn that one off for right now. Then let's get... Just trying to work on everything at once. I do like our little city here. Frostpunk, I think... I really like the circle. The fact that it's built in a circle. It's a little neat detail that I just enjoy a lot. It's very cool. It's not... Because, at least in the US, a lot of things are more in blocks. You know, you got your blocks, everything's in rectangles, but with this, it's a circle. It's a little more unique. I am guaranteed going to have to build a steam hub. Optimally, right behind this hospital. This infirmary, sorry. So if I build a road like that... Not only would that cover these two buildings, that would allow us to start getting some of this wreckage and crates and stuff. Oh, the scary drop is getting close. Oh, well, this is on. We could also get that small coal pile. Snazzy. Yeah, so we'll actually start getting a big surplus of coal here soon. And then you're working on mechanical calculators, which I think probably one of the first things we're going to be getting is the houses. And then probably the efficiency upgrade for the heaters, and then power upgrade for the generator. The range upgrade would be nice, but I'm tentative because for the longest time we haven't had enough coal, so it hasn't been a big worry of ours. However, with this temperature drop, we're going to need all of that to be... However, we have, like, 0 discontent right now, and a lot of hope. So I think we'll be able to survive. The city will survive. I have hope. Before it gets to the freezing of the buttocks off temperatures, I think we're going to end today's episode. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe. We're doing okay. The city is surviving. Thank you all. I will see you next week.